Good morning and welcome to day 6 in St. John's, Antigua. We are back here after visiting for the first time in December. So this is one of 3 ports we are actually going to be revisiting from that cruise. And I must say, if there are ports that I would revisit, these are definitely 3 of the most beautiful ports I have been to. The water is always crystal blue, although you wouldn't know it right now because we have recently ported, and as the ship comes in and does its kind of rotation to back in to park next to the pier, I guess we'll say, it kicks up a bunch of silt, so the water looks a little murky right now, but it'll settle, and by the time we sail back out this evening, it'll have settled back into the crystal blue waters of the Southern Caribbean. So today we have a excursion booked through Viator called St. Mary's Mud Buggy Experience. So if you follow the channel and you reference back to our trip to the Dominican Republic, we did the waterfall and buggy adventure. So I think it's going to be similar to those vehicles that we rode around on that day, but it's basically like a 4-wheel ATV type vehicle with a little cage. And so I think we're gonna go get muddy. Yesterday I neglected to put sunscreen on my legs, and I'm a fair-skinned fella, so my legs are lovely carrot colored this morning. I'll be wearing long pants on this excursion today. So, nonetheless, we are about ready to head out. So, day 6, St. John's, Antigua. Let's go get muddy.
We are setting up, getting locked and loaded, and ready to go for some muddy buggy experience. Iggy. Yeah! We're gonna go rob a bank. Yeah.
Pow.
do we have to say about round one?
That was awesome. We, I wasn't sure because they were like, hey, don't splash water, like don't go too fast, stay on the road, follow the guy. And this guy was flying down the road, going through all the water. I think we are definitely getting our money's worth.
So when they say a muddy buggy experience, would you say you got what you paid for?
Well, within what, a minute, 2 minutes, he took us through like this whole trough of just nasty. I don't want to know what's in that water, but it was a lot of fun. And Tony was screaming, and both of us were lifting our butts up because we were drenched.
And now it's raining.
Yeah.
Well, here, look, I want you to see my leg, my pants. You gotta see my pants. All right, but now, that was long too.
That was long. I feel like we went for a solid hour.
And now we gotta go back.
Yeah.
So if we didn't get one side muddy, we're gonna get it muddy on the way back. Let's go. Muddy buggy. Wrapped up with the excursion. We were back in our trash can covered, towel covered taxi because we are filthy. All right, so let's go over some of the ins and outs of this excursion for when you want to do it. So they have two options. Was there a bug on me?
It's a spider.
Ooh. Thank you for the rescue, spider. Ooh. All right, so you can find your own transportation here. In our case, we just used the transportation provider. It is additional $25 per person.
Round trip.
Round trip.
Yeah.
And they picked us up right outside the cruise port. We had to go pick up some other people. They kind of smelled bad, but it's okay. It's okay. We tolerated it. And then they take you right out there. It's a pretty lovely drive out. You get in your, sign some forms, get your helmet. I would definitely say a couple of things. Number one, bring a face covering because you will have mud flying towards your mouth and you don't want to enjoy the taste of
bandanas,
cow dung mud, which that I think was involved in some of the mud.
Yes.
Let's see here. I would bring like some sunglasses, even if you don't wear them.
Oh yeah.
Because I think I got some mud on my sunglasses. I think some of it might have snuck under my sunglasses. I'm not sure. Let's see here. What other? A hat, maybe? If you don't want to have a muddy face. I wore long pants because, as you guys saw at the beginning of the video, I've fried my legs, and they're looking worse and worse as the day goes on today. But I'm glad I actually wore long pants because the sun was shining directly down on my arms and my legs. So, that being said, wear sunscreen. And those are some of the notes. But other than that, be ready to get messy because that's sort of the point of this one. But it was a blast. I give it a 10. I give it a 10. On the way back to the port, I was getting hungry, so I asked our taxi driver where we should eat, and he recommended the joint that we have found ourselves in, which is the C&C Wine House, also known as C&C Music Factory if you were a child of the 90s. I want you to know that I'm holding my mic in my hand because I don't want it in contact with my mud-covered clothes. And yes, they actually allowed us admittance into the restaurants covered in delicious mud. So this place has a bunch of, yeah, that's for me. Thank you so much. South African wines and interesting stuff like that. So our server was checking in and I was talking over him. Anyway, so we have ordered some jerk wings. Eric got a burger. I am going with the special of the day, which is curried conch. And we're going to check this place out. It is in the port area. It is a little bit touristy prices. It's not crazy bad, but we're gonna check it out and then go from there. We ordered the jerk wings, but I think they inadvertently brought us the sweet chili wings. But whatever they brought us was super duper good. Like really, some of the best wings I've probably ever had, to be honest. The curried conch, I honestly don't love curry, but I wanted to get something that was local and it was their special. And the first couple of bites were sweet, but as I ate it more, it grew on me until like now I'm thinking I really actually liked it. Eric got the burger. Did Eric like the burger?
I did like the burger.
He did like the burger. It was unusual. It had some unusual flavors. It was not a pickle. It was an actual cucumber. Interesting stuff like that. And we have ordered some bread pudding, but it has not made its way out yet. And I will say, if I'm critical, the service has not been expeditious. It has taken a while to get orders in and to get food. But other than that, I would say the food has been pretty good.
Yeah.
It is, I don't know, 7 to 8, somewhere in there. So yeah. Welcome back to the main dining room for another edition of dinner time. I think today was one of those days where you're going from us eating lunch to us eating dinner, because when we got back to the ship, we both washed our clothes in the shower, put them out on the balcony to dry after our muddy adventure, and then both of us took a little cruise siesta. We actually got back later than I realized. Once everything was done, the nap was only about an hour, so we snuck into dinner. Tonight is a rare menu night, a taste of the UK. It doesn't make an appearance on the 7-day sailings, so it only makes it onto some of the longer sailings, like this is a 10-night one. So we're going to see some pictures of some food and then get into a few shenanigans before another early night, because both of us, Eric has had some late nights and he's zonked. I think I live in perpetually zonked town these days. So let's look at some pictures of some food, folks. I had to sneak back in and talk about a really cool thing that Royal Caribbean does that I have never done, but I have seen other people do it, and Eric has done it this week. So if there's an item on the menu that you like that is not on every night's menu, so in our circumstance, it is Eric really likes the wedge salad with extra blue cheese crumbles, and the wedge salad is not on every menu. So he told our waiter the first day, and every day since, even though it's not on the menu, he has had a wedge salad. So that is something that they will do that is, to me, a great example of excellent customer service and really taking care of customer needs that you get on Royal Caribbean cruise ships. Good morning and welcome to day 7, one of my favorite islands in the Southern Caribbean, the beautiful island of St. Lucia with the UNESCO World Heritage Pitons, and most importantly with some of the friendliest people in the world. What a fun island. So let's talk about what we have in store today, and I'm very excited but also a little nervous, and we'll talk about why. We have booked through the site Resort Pass, which is kind of like a resort day pass website where you can stay and hang out at a resort for a day. A resort called Caille Blanc or Caille Blanc, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but you'll see somewhere on the screen the picture of what it looks like and the words, and you can pronounce it however you want. But I may tell you later in the video, because when we go, I'm definitely going to ask. It is beautiful. It overlooks the Pitons, but it is like an hour to an hour and a half away, depending on traffic and the craziness, because there is a lot of traffic in the port city of Castries, where we have docked for the day, and then we have to drive down the island to Soufrière, which is basically where the resort is. So we are going to find out how much it costs to get a taxi, how long it takes to actually drive there, and all that. You guys are going to do it with us. You're going to see the beautiful resort. It includes unlimited drinks. It includes a delicious 3-course meal, and we're going to get into all that trouble together. Day 7, let's go. We're going to do a quick update of all of the days. This was the day with the biggest question mark transportation wise, and I think the question mark was maybe bigger than we thought. So here would be my tip. I think our takeaway so far: call the resort ahead of time and get them to help you plan transportation, because we were last minute. I think we were paying some last minute costs, and it is I'm not going to be specific on the numbers because it changes every time you come and every time you negotiate and all that stuff, but it is pretty exorbitant, but it is what it is. We're going to make the best of it, but you can avoid our mistake and be planful, and number one, you'll get more time, because we spent almost an hour just trying to connect with somebody on the phone to get some help. I think we probably could have gotten off the ship and just found the taxi folks and done some haggling ourselves, because it kind of seemed like that's what was happening from the resort's end anyway. But either way, we've got an awesome taxi driver. What's your name?
Cyril.
Cyril's driving us out. Got AC, got a great taxi. It is not feeling great in the van. And we got a little bit, about an hour and a half, hour 45, depending on what happens. I'm going to count for an hour and a half, because I'm going to stay positive. And then we will get there, and you guys will see why it is actually probably still worth all the trouble. Well, we have made it to the pool. We checked in. We've already had some lunch. We kind of rushed through getting all the big stuff out of the way, and this is going to be our first chance to check in and talk about how worth it was to get here. So behind me you can kind of see a little bit of the smaller of the two Pitons. This is the infinity pool that overlooks just an incredible view of the bay. I've got a rum punch, because you gotta do the rum punch. And I'll talk about some of the incredible pieces to this resort. So Ernie was the general manager, the guy that checked us in. Super nice, super gracious, gave us all the info we needed to know. It includes a 3-course meal. We've had the 3-course meal. The food was exceptional. Our server, Mr. Carter, took great care of us. So the service has been exceptional. The drinks have been exceptional. So there are a lot of reasons why, regardless of our misstep in transportation, this is a place that you should visit. Not to mention, I mean, come on folks, the view, and then some more of the view. Caille Blanc, I think it was a good choice. So we are gonna hang out in the infinity pool. We're gonna get a little bit of sun, not too much, because we've already overdone it in that department earlier in the week. And then it's not gonna be too long before, sadly, we have to get out of here, because we've got about an hour and a half to hour and 45, depending on traffic, taxi ride back. Now, Ernie did tell us, had we arranged it in advance, even though we're just resort day pass folks, that they would send a boat over to Castries and would have taken us over here by boat. So that is something, it would have cost about the same as a taxi. And again, it's not cheap, but it would have been a much more, he said it takes about 30 to 45 minutes to get over here, as opposed to an hour and a half or so that it took us to get over here. Nonetheless, honestly worth it, guys. Look at it. Look at it. You want to be here. Take it in. Okay. I'll show you the view without me in it more. It's a much better view anyway. But there's the little bit of wrap up from our adventure here for now. We are back on board, and actually have been back on board for a while. We made it with 10 minutes to spare. Literally 10 minutes to spare. Guys, it was close. It was booty puckeringly close. We came up to the smoking deck where all the degenerates enjoy their smoking, and we had some cigars because Eric is a big cigar aficionado, so we did that. Enjoyed the sail away from up here. Didn't want you guys to have to watch any of that. It's no fun. But since we got back late, we missed our dinner res in the main dining room in DR. So we're gonna head back to the Windjammer. So let's take a look at some buffet pictures, some buffet pictures. We have lots of food. And we're gonna eat some din din. I'm pooped. That was a heck of a day. So let's go eat some dinner. I'm starved.
When I turn up, you get going. At every stop, baby, oh, it's showing. If I should stay, you find a reason to leave. When I'm busy, that's the time you are free. Just tell me, what should I do? was so easy living day by day.
I'm gonna hold the microphone close because the music is loud and I don't want to get in trouble. We have made it in to the Palace Theater. Yes, I am still awake, and yes, it's past my bedtime. But we gotta show you guys some of this ship, and I have stunk at it in this series. So we have the magic of Puck tonight, a magician in the Palace Theater, the main event tonight. So we'll check it out. They haven't said anything about not showing it, so maybe you'll see a couple clips. And if not, I'll let you know how it was after the show. Let's do a wrap up of today, our day in St. Lucia. I think we've gone over the excursion pretty well, but let's go over the major key takeaways again one more time. Number one, be more planful than we were about your transportation. If you do book them through Resort Pass, you can still call ahead and arrange for help getting out there. The general manager told me that they will actually send a boat for you to the cruise port, and then it will sail you down around the island over to Soufrières from Castries, and then you can take a taxi from that town up the hill to where Caille Blanc is. The cost is still going to be prohibitive, so be prepared to, when I say prohibitive, I'm not talking in the thousands of dollars, but it was a couple $100, and yours may be more because we don't know what the prices of things will be not long from now. Everything seems to be getting a little more expensive these days, right? But nonetheless, be more planful, and just know that it is a minimum an hour and a half drive. It was closer to 2 hours on the way back because of traffic.
They said the boat was only 30 minutes.
Well, they did, Eric, made a good point. He said the boat is 30 minutes there, and if you take the boat back, that's a whole totally different story. But I'm just speaking specifically about if you drive, because there's no guarantee on the boat, because we didn't take it, and so I'm only speaking about what we experienced. But again, if we're just talking strict review of the experience, the resort itself is beautiful. The food was incredible. Would I do it again? Absolutely. Would I be more planful if I did it again, though? Also, absolutely. Back on board, Windjammer dinner was actually really good last night. I was impressed. It was Caribbean themed night, and if you guys are on the ship and want some good chicken wings, they have these jerk chicken wings that were super, super yummy. It's the second time we've had them. And when I'm editing, I'll probably know when the first time was. But at some other point on this trip, we've had them, and I can't remember Where? So we've had good wings twice. We had the sweet chili wings, and then those jerk chicken wings. Those were really good too. Now, let's see. They had they had some kind of wrap. What was the wrap we had called?
It was a jerk chicken wrap.
It's like, I guess they called it a jerk chicken wrap too.
That was good.
That was good. It was spicy. That one was real spicy. Mine was spicier than Eric's. He's laughing, but mine was spicier because I had more of the spicy sauce. So good luck. It was good luck in the Windjammer last night, at least for us. So I give that a good rating. Main dining room food so far has been hit or miss. I would say it's been hit or miss. Now, let's talk about the magic of Puck, because that was kind of our late night activity last night, and he was really, really good. Mostly sleight of hand type stuff, and he definitely has embraced his like dad stage of life, so he tells a lot of like kind of corny dad magician jokes. I'm here for it. My type of humor, to be honest. Corny, but funny. But his sleight of hand skill is exceptional. So, if you get him on a ship, you're going to be lucky. If you enjoy magicians, go see him. So that is our wrap up for St. Lucia. Tomorrow is St. Kitts. We have no plans. We're not going to make plans. I have looked through and looked for stuff, and it's I probably should have booked something just for somebody that wanted to watch the video to see what they could do in St. Kitts. But it's a lot of stuff that you guys have seen in other places. So we're just going to go into the town. I'm going to get our Christmas ornament that we get every time we go to a new spot. And we'll walk around the town, so you'll see a little bit of the port at least tomorrow. And that's really going to be it. That's going to be that and then 2 sea days. So for tonight, it is good evening.